Hey guys, what's up? Zombie here. Welcome back to Evilzombies Lair. Today we are on episode 33, and we have several things we're going to go over today. First, we're going to talk about some personal updates that I've been doing in my life. Then we're going to go over some multimedia news, movies, TV, all that stuff. Then we're going to talk about the anime recommendation of the week, and then we're going to go over some tech news that I thought was pretty nifty. And then we're going to go over the main topic, which today is more of a fitness topic. It's about when you've been dieting and then you stop seeing results, and when is it time to start trying to gain weight to lose weight? And I'll explain that in a minute. So, without further ado, let's jump into this, guys. Okay. So, first off, what have I been doing? I have been doing a clean bulk, which is also what our topic's about today, because I figured since that's what's going on in my life, it's kind of what I'll be talking about. But I've gotten to a point where I've stopped seeing a lot of results from doing a calorie deficit. So I'm trying to, one of the main reasons for this is I need to build up more muscle to back up the calorie deficit I'm trying to do, so that my body requires more. So that's what I'm basically doing. I'm eating healthy, eating more, trying to build back up some of that muscle that I lost during the major weight loss. So with that, hopefully I'll get to a position I like to be in. I'll get to a good body fat percentage, more muscle, and then start losing again. I've been watching it. My body fat percent has not gone up. My weight has gone up, so I think I'm doing it right. So, yeah, hoping for the best. Okay, guys. And if you are listening to it on this podcast on a podcatcher and you want to hear the rest of the episodes, there is a link down below for the Google Docs. No, not Docs. For the Drive. For the Google Drive folder where all the rest of the episodes are. They're all in MP3 format. And if you watch it on youtube.com/Evilzombie, all the episodes are there. So, yeah, all 33 episodes are there. There's a video companion to this if you're listening to it with the audio portion. Okay, guys, moving on. Subtopics. So, first subtopic is multimedia stuff like movies and TV. Deadpool. Now, I have not seen the movie yet. The new movie, Deadpool 2, is comes out today. Yeah, it's Friday. Deadpool 2 comes out. Is it Friday? Holy crap, it's Friday. Basically, Deadpool 2 comes out today, and we're going to see it. I'm going to see it tomorrow. But still, have you been watching Twitter and all the different Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, everything for Ryan Reynolds? Well, if you haven't, you probably should, because he's been posting really funny teasers all the way up to today. And it's just great. He's got like Manchester United in on it. And it's this whole big, long, drawn-out teaser week of all these different little just hints about the movie or joking around that have nothing to do with the movie. It's wonderful. You should check it out. Just go check out Ryan Reynolds' Instagram or Ryan Reynolds' Twitter, because it's really funny. I mean, that's just something that's happening. Deadpool 2 is coming out today. It's going to be a very big movie. The first Deadpool, if you didn't know, was the biggest rated R movie release of all time. I mean, it made a crap ton of money, and the sequel's going to do even better, because it's a sequel. It does better than the first movie, even if it's never as good. Hopefully this will be as good. Everyone says it is, the people who got to see it early. Okay. I don't know why I'm all mukesy today. I'm really apologizing for that, guys. I'm not trying to be. But yeah, so that's basically the multimedia news today. That's what's happening in multimedia right now. That's what's happening in the movie world right now. Deadpool 2 is coming out today. And there's been commercials for it all week. That's basically the news for that. That's all that has really mattered to me in this recent week. We did get some character artwork for the new Dragon Ball Z movie that's coming out in December, though. We got to see the artwork for Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, and Beerus Goku, Vegeta, Beerus, and Whis. And Piccolo. Yeah, we got to see what they will look like in the new movie. They look pretty good. I think they have One Piece animators for it, but they're doing a really good job of keeping it loyal to the original style of Dragon Ball, or Dragon Ball Z. And the pictures look really high quality. So, I'm excited to see how it turns out. Okay, guys. Moving on to the next part. Anime recommendation of the week. The anime recommendation of the week is Mahoromatic. Now, last week I did Handmaid Me, and then I was like, why haven't I done this or Mahoromatic? Mahoromatic is fantastic. It's about basically a battle android that also happens to be a cute maid. More or less. Well, she quits being a battle android and finds out she only has so long left to live until her time is shut down. That's like episode 1 stuff. Not that much of a spoiler, guys. She finds out she has this many hours left to live, so what does she want to go do with her life? And she's like, oh, I want to become a maid. I want to go live a normal life. So she does, and it's really funny, and it's cute, it's perverted, it's wonderful, it's old school. Go check it out. If you want to see what other shows I've seen, go to myanimelist.net/profile/evilzombie123. Moving on to the next part, tech news. This is kind of techy. It was more game news, actually. You know that game Rage that id Software did before? And it was a really big, that's when they introduced mega textures, like for the first time. And it was a really big, expansive game. Well, they're making a sequel. Bethesda's releasing it. I forget who's developing it. It's not id, which I thought was interesting. Because normally we like to see everything from them, but who knows? Hopefully they're making a new Doom for us. Someday. Because they kind of left us hanging with this one. But still, Rage 2 has been announced. It will come out, and that's awesome. Because the first one was really cool. I enjoyed it. And a lot of people seem to complain about it because, well, they were hoping for Doom. And it wasn't Doom. It's basically what Doom was about to be before they decided to scrap the project. But this looks like it's going to be fun, so we'll watch it, and we'll see how good it turns out. If there's trailers or anything like that, then I'll check it out too, but I just heard the announcement recently. Okay, guys, moving on. Main topic. I'm going to kind of breeze through this because I really have security for work today. Okay, main topic. Basically, when should you do a clean bulk and how? Like, what process should you go to before you start trying to gain weight to lose weight? And is that even a thing? So let's talk about it. Basically, so you've been dieting and you're not seeing any results anymore, right? You lost like 50 pounds, however many pounds you lost, and then it just stops at a wall and you still see fat. And you're like, I can see the fat, why is it not going away? And you've lost a lot of weight, so you're in a kind of a position that's called skinny fat. And yes, that's actually a thing. Because basically, when you're losing weight, you lose fat and muscle. And if you lose too much muscle, you need to build it back up so you can continue losing that fat. That's just a fact. You need to do that. So, if you're not seeing the results, it's basically you don't have enough muscle to back it up because your body's adjusted already. So you need to unadjust it. You need to kick things into a different gear. There's no way you're going to trick your body. You don't have enough muscle to back it up anymore. So start doing full body workouts 3 days a week. Do high intensity, like with a high weight, low repetitions, like 3 sets, 3 to 5 sets. And just try and eat a lot more. But all healthy, of course. But I'm going to tell you what a clean bulk is versus what like a crappy dirty bulk is. Basically, a dirty bulk, it doesn't have to do with the quality of the food. If you're bulking for fitness reasons, you should be eating healthy anyways. It doesn't matter if it's a clean or dirty bulk. But with a dirty bulk, you're eating an excess of 500 calories or more over your maintenance level. Now, with a clean bulk, you're eating maybe 200 calories above your maintenance level, and you're keeping it right around home. You're keeping it really close. So, my maintenance level is about 3,100 calories, so 3,100, around there. So, as long as I'm eating between there and 3,300 calories, I'm good for my clean bulk. And I'm using MyFitnessPal to keep track of everything I eat. But that's what you're basically eating really healthy, like chicken breast, spinach, fruit, fish. That's about it. Protein shakes. And you're not really snacking on anything other than that. If it fits your macros, stick with the macros because that really does work. I'm doing Like for gaining weight, I would suggest higher carbs, protein is next, and then fat. So for bulking, I'm doing 50% carbs, 30% protein, 20% fat. And that seems to be working for me pretty well right now. I'm still, let's see, since I'm eating so many calories, I'm still getting all my daily protein anyways. I'm eating like 280 grams of protein a day. It's ridiculous. At least I'm pretty sure that's the number I got. I'll check it later. But still, basically what you're doing is you're watching your macros, you're eating healthy, and you're staying close to your maintenance level that you find out with the TDEE, which I'll talk about in a minute. You're staying close to that, but just a little above it. And that's a clean bulk. It's a little slower, but you build less fat and you build less fat while you're gaining weight than you would with the dirty bulk, where you just start packing on the pounds. You will gain muscle like that, sure, but you'll gain more fat. So I'm trying really hard to keep it as lean as I can. And that's my big goal for it. So far, it seems to be working. So, let's see. Basically, why did you want to start one? To build back up that muscle that you lost. You're going to try and pack on as much raw muscle as you can. And then after that, you can go back into your deficit after you packed on enough muscle. Then you can go back into a slight deficit. I would say like 500 less. That's not bad. I was in a really major deficit, so it probably hurt me a lot. Because I was in a 1,000 calorie deficit. I was eating about 1,800 to 2,000 calories a day. Probably not the healthiest choice. But I've lost a lot of weight, and I've just been sticking with it. Stay loyal to your fat. Stay loyal to your diet. Well, yeah, guys, when you're trying to build back up weight and muscle to fix what you've lost already, don't be afraid to gain some weight. Some people, they'll be like me, coming from being really heavy, and then be afraid to eat because they'll think they'll get fat. You're not just going to get fat, you're setting up a plan. Because you're going to go on a cut again. You're going to lose it, but faster again. Because I know it's slower losing the weight after you've gained it. After you've lost that much weight, it's harder to lose more weight. But this will kick things into high gear again. Don't worry about it. Your body's adjusted to this weight. So basically what you're doing is you're just building back up some muscle, a little tiny bit of fat, and then you're going to try and burn it again. It's a cycle. You need this. Don't be afraid to eat a little bit more. It's okay. Just eat healthy. That's the important thing. Okay, guys, so that brings us into basically how are you going to track your calories? Now, this is important. You want to use an online TDEE calculator. Now, one of them I've used is mytdee.com. It basically just tells you what that means total daily energy expenditure, by the way. TDEE, total daily energy expenditure. So you're trying to find a website for it, and I've used mytdee.com. That worked pretty well for me. After I found out my base number, I knew around how much my body needed. It tells you how much your body normally expends each day on average, based on your weight, your height, your body fat percent, your age, gender, all that, because it changes depending on all those stats. And then I use MyFitnessPal, the website. I sign in with my Facebook. You can do that. And that's a good way to track your macros, all the foods you eat, how it balances with your TDEE, and you set what your weight loss goal is, and it helps you achieve that. It tells you how many calories you're allowed to eat per day, and if you work out, you enter that in and it adjusts the calorie amount based on that. I suggest staying right at that number. That seems to have worked pretty well for me. I think it'll work pretty well for you. It's a good site. There's an app too. I haven't figured out how to look at the macro balance on the website on the computer. I've only figured that out on the phone, so I think you can only do it on the phone. So get the app because it works. But that would be my suggestion for how to track it. That way you can check your macros, your macronutrients. Might be something you need to do. So guys, the last part I would talk about on this is when you're trying to get in any kind of shape, diet is the most important thing. Diet is the most important thing. It doesn't matter how much you work out if you're eating like crap. Or if you're just not eating. You're not going to gain anything. You need certain nutrients in your body to fuel it, to make it do what you want it to do. Like if you're working out really hard, you're dieting, like you're not eating anything, and you're not sleeping enough, you're not going to see any results. You're going to lose muscle because your body's taking energy where it needs to. You're not going to see results. Basically, you need to sleep enough, like between 6 and 8 hours, I would say. You know, it depends on the person, really. Like I can go on 5 hours. I'm comfortable at 6. 7 is pushing it for a bit long for me. I don't sleep that much. I'm not a sleepy person. Well, yeah, you need to sleep enough, and you need to eat properly. If you're eating like crap, you're gonna get crap out of your body. That's it. Face it. And you need to find a good exercise scale. And importance level, I'd probably say eating's like 70%, workouts like 20%, and then 10% is sleeping. When you're on a scale of how important the things are. So think of it like that, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was informative. I hope you learned something. I hope it helped you out. Because a lot of people have been dieting, trying to get in shape for summer. I figured this is a good time to tell you how it is so you don't get frustrated. Because you can ask any really fit person in the gym about cutting and bulking, and they will tell you this. So, see you guys later. Have a good one. Keep being awesome. Check out some of the other videos on the channel. If you ever go through depression, like I do, I also did another podcast called Surviving Depression with Evilzombie. That's not on the that's not on the YouTube, but it's on any podcatcher, on Apple Podcast or iTunes, whatever it is. It's on Google. Just go check that out if you need help. Yeah. See you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.